And here we are at Cambrian. The Magic. Rocky Marciano, the Brockton Brawler himself. One of the greatest fighters of all time. A sparkling record and one of the best to ever do it.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red...
You can tell both of these fighters are... Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. That right hook's blocked. The jab doesn't quite connect. Beautiful counterpunch. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it off. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Good counter punching. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That counter shot lands. His stamina is off the charts. How about that time counter shot? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Tarver in that last round. That was almost... And there's the bell to start round 2. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Tarver's been rocked. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Tarver in some serious trouble. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Rocky Marciano in trouble. Do you believe this? Looks like trouble was averted.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Tarver in that. The bell rings and we start the third. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They exchange punches. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Is that forever hope? Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He should be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
Shot from the gut.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He still want to fight.
There's always a way back.
And there's the bell to start round 4. And there's the bell to start the round. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nobody home with that hook. Down goes Tarver. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
A shot from the gods took him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Failing to score with that right hook. It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counterpunch. Not a lot of defense here at all. Can't find a home with that jab. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Talk about Tarver in that last round. He's been knocked down. On to the 5th we go. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Counter punch. Just misses right uppercut. two fighters are made for one another. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Can't score with that hook again. Missing with that jab. Need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your ball.
Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. You gotta wonder how. On to the 6th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice job blocking the hook. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Rocky Marciano, few have been better. One of the greatest of all time.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Is he going to punch himself out, though? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Tarver in that. Here comes round 7. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Misses with the straight left. He's in there with a Hall of Famer, a legend.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The straight right just misses. Jab not finding its target. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. And we enter the 8th round. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Throws the jab and doesn't score. Nice counter shot. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
The straight right just misses. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Tried to score with a jab. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The 3 judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
They've done it before. Now